Now, let's take a look at these variants then and comment on them briefly before we move on to tackle another topic proper to critical editions of humanistic texts. The first set of these lectiones singulares, again peculiar variants, all have to do with different word order. In some cases, this manuscript is the only one to present synonyms such as delebit for separabit, appareat for videatur, and tenent for habent. More interesting still is its frequent and in one case incorrect use of the subjunctive mood, as shown by the following table. In his own prose, Manetti tends to adopt the subjunctive mood a lot, even when not necessary. The variants we have just shown are very simple. They do not entail a reworking of the syntax. They are mere substitutions, suiting Manetti's literary taste. One could suggest that these peculiar readings be regarded as Bruni's own variants that he inserted in the copy, from which MN derived. In this case, the author's intervention on the extant tradition of the dialogy would be witnessed by just one manuscript. This is not impossible, of course, knowing that such authorial interference is far from unusual in a circulation that happens close to him in space and time. Bruni and Manetti lived in the same city. They often met and discussed literary topics together. Furthermore, as fellow humanists attest, Manetti regarded Bruni as a role model, especially in this early phase of his career. Yet, we also know from Manetti's other works that he used the older and much admired humanist prose as a starting point to shape his own style. It is precisely this stage in Manetti's growth as a writer that manuscript MN attests. The solutions he adopts in his transcription of the dialogy are typical of Manetti's literary taste, which stands out as much more redundant than Bruni's. As such, they will find their way in all of his later writings, including two texts that belong to the same genre, that is, to dialogues. I'm referring to the Dialogus Consolatorius and the Dialogus in Symposium that Manetti wrote in 1448 and 1450, respectively.